On Meet the Press today, I saw an amalgamation of cognitive dissonance. And I tell you, if we don't change this and we don't understand what's going on in this country, and specifically with COVID-19, we are going to be in deep caca. I want you to listen to this little segment here, and then I'll take it on the other side.
On the issue of Sanders dropping out, I want to put up a little chart we've noted of all the ways that Joe Biden has shifted to the left, both in trying to appease Elizabeth Warren and trying to appease Bernie Sanders. He's done so lowering Medicare eligibility age to 60. He's now in favor of that. A Sanders proposal forgiving some tuition-related student debt, increasing bankruptcy protections. Yamiche, is this it for Biden's courtship of the progressive movement, or should we expect him to continue moving left, which is a bit unusual once you've won a nomination? Usually on either party, you usually move to the center, but Trump 4 years ago went right, and it looks like Biden, is he going to keep going left?
It seems like Biden is going to at least be pressured to keep going left, because you have Bernie Sanders and the movement that he's made. He's really had that impact on the Democratic Party. So people expect Joe Biden to carry some of that progressive flag so that he can attract supporters of Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders, when he was dropping out this week, was already calling out in a way that he didn't in 2016, immediately after he dropped out, to tell his supporters, look, we need to get behind Joe Biden and we need to get behind him fast. So Joe Biden, in order to do that, is likely going to have to maybe pick up some more policies. I just think when we think about Bernie Sanders' campaign, one of the main reasons why he lost this time was the same reason why he lost in 2016, and that was his inability to get support from African Americans. When we look at the disparities when it comes to the virus, that's about systemic racism, food deserts, and the conditions that African Americans have had to live in this country that is largely still segregated.
Somebody said if this pandemic happened a year ago, Bernie Sanders might be the Democratic nominee today. Lonnie Chen, the president has offered mixed messages when it comes to Bernie Sanders. On one hand, he wants the Sanders supporters to vote for him. On the other hand, other members of the Republican Party want to run against Biden as a Sanders socialist wannabe. Is the president hurting the ability of the party to go after Biden from the center?
I don't know that he is. I mean, look, I think the president's always set this up as this sort of capitalism versus socialism kind of contest. So he's going to fit Joe Biden into that box regardless of what the policy is. You know, this is why this notion that, Biden is going to try and move even farther to the left, I just don't see why he would want to do that, because at the end of the day, the key animating factor for Democrats, whether they're progressives to the far left or in the center, is a desire to beat Donald Trump. So going even farther to the left, to me, doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. In terms of for the Republicans, I think that the toughest thing is going to be if Biden continues to hew to a relatively more centrist agenda. It is going to be difficult to put him into the socialist box, obviously in the same way it would have been to put Bernie Sanders there. So the president is going to keep trying to run this frame. I think as long as Joe Biden remains not too far to the left, as long as it doesn't go too far to the left, I think that's going to be a little more challenging as we look toward the fall.
I tell you what, these guys all need to go out there and get a job, because being a talking head is quite interesting. Being an unempathetic talking head is a problem, because here's the deal. This is what they call left. Lowering the eligibility rate of Medicare to age 60. Wow, so what happens to the person that's 59 years old and under and unemployed because of COVID-19, no longer has a job, no longer have insurance? Hey, Medicare for All is looking pretty good for that person right now, and they will no longer consider that to the left. Forgiving some tuition-related student debt. Oh my God, that's a problem. That is so much to the left. Why is Biden moving to the left to take care of that? Well, my God, with no jobs out there, these kids are saddled with loans, and they should, how the hell are they going to pay them, right? And increase bankruptcy protection. Oh my God, COVID-19 is going to have restaurant after restaurant, small shop after small shop. All these businesses are not coming back because they were already on shoestrings budgets. A lot of Americans are going to start changing their behaviors. A lot of people are going to start noticing, oh my God, you mean I can stay home, I can cook, I have a lot more money in the bank, and my credit card bills are lower. So therefore, the speed at which they would spend money at restaurants and all of that for several reasons are going to change. One, for their personal economy, and two, for their health, because they will be thinking, with tests not there right now, why am I going to sit in a crowded restaurant? And you know what? A lot of the restaurants that I like are those small rinky-dinky restaurants where you're all close together with other people. Those restaurants are dead. So a lot, and by the way, a lot of Republicans, a lot of conservatives own all those restaurants and own all those businesses. And what they're going to realize is all the things that they used to be against now that were left wing, that were so much to the left, are no longer left wing. So they're going to want that assistance to help them come back. They're going to want that stipend to help them get through. Guess what those things are called? Progressive ideas. Guess what those things are? Moving to the left. And guess what these pundits are telling Biden? They're telling Biden, oh, you got to stay to the center. Come and get these mythical people that are going to be, even if they were there, they're no longer there, because you know what? A hell of a lot of Americans with small businesses, a hell of a lot of Americans with all these other things are no longer going to be moderates, are no longer going to be centrists, because guess what they need now? They need a helping hand to move forward. So as they give that advice to Biden about staying to the center, guess what Brother Trump is going to do? Brother Trump is a very agile politician, and just like he triangulated Hillary with a lot of policies that he never intended to come through with, but that he said he would, he's going to do exactly the same thing with Biden. He's going to triangulate Biden. He's going to move to the left of Biden, and people who are hurting, genuinely hurting, is going to say, Biden is a staunch centrist, and look at Donald Trump. He wants to help me. People, politicians, the reason why many times we lose is because in the process of building a case, we don't build an honest case for the people. Always keep that North Star towards the people and you will win. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.